of America, with your hosts, Michael and Jacob.
Howdy, howdy, how you doing? Happy hump day. Hope you are humping the day. And the day is not humping you, but how are you doing? Welcome into episode number 136, the Untitled series here on United Spurs of America. How you doing? As you can tell, I did not do the voice in the song, but hey, talk to me nicely. We're in the middle of the week, and I hope you are thriving, not just surviving. Got a few things to talk about, a couple thoughts that I had, and obviously, as you can see, the question for today is, who do you think has the best set of fullbacks? I think I put something like most inform fullbacks, yada, yada, whatever you want to, however, which way you want to package it, send it, deliver it, and receive it. It's already there in the poll. I see 48 votes right now. Who has the most informed fullbacks? 67% says Tottenham with Pedro Porro and Destiny Ugotti. 16% for Liverpool with Trent Alexander-Arnold and Robertson. I was also going to put / Semicast because he was actually really good as, before he broke his collarbone or something. Shout out the Greek boy. A measly 6% for Arsenal. Let's all laugh at Arsenal. Wait, y'all got 6% Zinchenko and Ben White. Oh, you got to hold that. Absolutely. You have to hold that. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. And 13%. You have to laugh when it comes to Arsenal, don't you? 13% says Manchester City have, in fact, the best duo. I put Kyle Walker and Bardiol / Ake. It's very funny to me that it's just very funny to me that all the other clubs needed a / and so-and-so, and for us, it's really just the two that are shining. But look, that's the question. Gonna let that thing, let you soak on that for a while. But look, I do see Footy Judge Mo has hit me with the raid. Big up, Footy Judge Mo. There's already over 100 people tapped into the show, and we ain't even 5 minutes in. So that's absolutely monumental. Thank you so much to Footy Judge Mo. And anyone who hasn't subscribed to Footy Judge Mo, obviously you have to. And I'm sure one of the moderators will put it in the chat for me. Let me see who got the first place prize today. That would be Ash P with Talking Ball. Says, hi, Jacob and Chewy. Tried to stay awake for this, but maybe next time. It was a little bit late, so apologies to those of you in the UK. It's damn near midnight, so it's actually Thursday. So the Wednesday's already over for you, but Chewy is here. Can you see him? Yeah, you can kind of see him. There you go. There he is. He's right there. But big up Ash P. Big up everyone in the house. I see Chang's here. Just going to say hello to a few people that are already tapping in with me right now. Spurs GCTV's in the house. I see Nate Pie. Hype Noise is here. How you doing? What's interesting is there's two different Nate Pies. There's one Nate Pie with no membership and then a Nate Pie with the membership. That's very interesting. But big up to double Nate Pie. And big up Scott M. I see Scott M in the house. Baloo, Bob Down Under. How are you doing? Bob Down Under. Liam Hardy's here. Donovan Ostriker. Cursor, how are we doing? Just a Harmless Potato. Jacob Huggins. Hey, my name's Jacob, and I do some Huggins myself. You might not be a hugger, but big up to you. Big up Taka. Big up Billy Ray Cyrus. I think that nickname is attributed to Hassam. I think Hassam's the one that dubbed me Billy Ray Cyrus, some shit like that. But big up everybody in the house. Let me see who else is here. Spurs, the greatest. Big up Jacob. Herbal says poll is rigged. Look, it's not rigged. I tried to give an honest representation for every club. I really did. And look, right now 65%. 65% is kind of cooking. I gotta be honest. But big up Herbal, look at Man City fan, MCFC Protocol. Big up everybody who did come over from Footy Judge Mo Raid. If you haven't been to the channel, this is your first time here on United Spurs of America, kindly do suggest you hit the like, hit the subscribe, participate in the poll, participate in the chat. It's a pretty interactive show. But obviously, you know, places you go, they'll say, oh, you got to do this, you got to do that. I keep it pretty chill. You got to do whatever you want to do. You don't even have to stay if you don't want to. I mean, that's not really good for like branding and marketing and trying to push the show out to more people. But you know what? maybe you'll have a good time if you do stick around. So we'll find out. Thomas Sweaty says Chelsea own you. And that's very interesting. I don't even think you like your own owners. So why are you talking to me about it? But big up, hey, Chelsea fans. I got a lot of Chelsea fans in here. Shout out Cursor. Z Auto was over there on Footy Judge Mo as well. He's a waffler, but he's a good guy. Big up Mr. M in the house. Phil P. I've got Cool here. Says, stop it. Your cello needs tuning. Maybe. You might be right about that. Big up Rick Jansen. How you doing? Congratulations for winning the poll trophy, Jacob. Loser clubs deserve some love too. And ain't that right? And like a loser club, we would celebrate something like our players, like a, happy Destiny Udogi Day. But nonetheless, hope you're doing well. Igor's here. Hello, Igor. Big up Daniel Sandoval. Hey, Chew. Hope you're not hungry. No, it must be rough in a Spursville. Cool. He's very well fed. We eat good out here, and that's because of the folks here on the channel help take care of us. Big up Mark Cook. Future Music is here. Jean Gray says, hey, Jacob, one love. Hey, chat. Big up John Gray. That's the new name in the chat. Hope you're doing well. If you are new, I do like to, always keep my ear to the ground and know where people are supporting from, who they support, etc., etc. It is the most beautiful love sport across the world, so we all come from different walks of life. Very welcoming place here. Obviously pretty biased, if I'm gonna be honest. People tell you, oh, you go here, you get objective views. Here, you get realistic. Here, United Spurs of America, you get Jacob. And that's about as much as I can guarantee. Joe Hong, big up Joe Hong, says big up Jacob and Chewy. AK's here, big up AK, big up Tracy MUFC. Mike Doss says he's not watching. He's just chatting, but what a guy. Actually, he's kind of gotten mean since he grew out that beard, but you're... Anyway, Todd Spurs, big up Jacob and all. Hit the like and sub. There it is. There's the channel for Footy Judge Mo. I know most of y'all just ran on over here from there, so you're already subscribed there. But anyone who isn't, make sure you are. Big up Yanis Rubilis in the house. As always, Thomas says you're right. My club is shit. What did you say here, Taka? Hoping Arsenal lost for you to cook on some agua, Yakub. Hey, anytime Arsenal lose... it's a good day for me. And anytime anything bad happens for anyone that's not Tottenham Hotspur, I can't be quite shameless over there on El Aqua, but that is one of my favorite shows. It's a lot of people's favorite shows on YouTube, I think. Big up Phil Coy says, sup, Jacob, hope you're well. Yes, sir, I am. How are you doing? Big up Phil. How are you? Good to see you in the chat. Cursor says, question, Jacob, do you celebrate Cinco de Mayo? Of course. Of course. The 5th of May, who wouldn't? Don't dish it if you can't take it, says Mike Doss. That's a little bit ayo. Norman Lamont says, hi, Jacob from Australia. Big up, Norman. Excuse me. Got a lot of friends from Australia. Actually, it's like 42% of the viewers of the channel are from Australia. And another 40-some% are from the UK. Barely anyone in the US really out here supporting, but I know Giuseppe's out here in the US. He's supporting. Says, big up my guy. Big up to you out there on the East Coast. Jean Gray. Is it Jean or is it Jean? I see. Probably could be Jean. You'll never walk alone. So that's Liverpool from London, UK. Big up all the way to London. And good morning, I should say. It's just past midnight for you. So big up. Oh, trust me. When we'll see if they lose. Even if they lose, that game in hand will still be equal on points. But let's just. I'm trying to keep, when it comes to looking at, I'm getting really distracted by the chat. I'm trying to focus. When it comes to, and this is a comment I wanted to address first, it says, you deserve to cook Arsenal when you go above them in the Premier League. I try to keep my sights on what we're doing solely, but I think this year's a little bit hard to just solely look at one club and just look at what one person's doing, because everyone's been dropping points all over the place. And I really think that, we're equal on points. They have a game in hand, but we're equal on points with what you would call, what a lot of people said, title contenders were this season. So again, we're not doing half bad for 7 months into Ainge Postecoglou's tenure. We're not doing half bad, in my opinion. Off to a good start. I just want to see it continue to grow. And as much as I love going on these other shows and I go there and I talk shit and I, be shameless, that's just because I enjoy it. That's because I have a good time doing it. And you know what? That's what it's all about, isn't it? Let's see. We got New York City in the house. We got Australia. Big up Amir. How you doing? Just me and Joan here in the States. Yeah, there's a couple, and then there's some Canadians, but most of the people tuning in from all over across the world. So big up everybody. By the way, are you really Lebanese? You also said you're Mexican, apparently. Confusing. Taka, it is very confusing. Like a mutt at the adoption center. You don't quite know what it is. You have a rough idea, but also I'm not going to do the thing and send my DNA to 23andMe. I will not send a government agency my DNA willingly. No way. No freaking way. Mark Swift says, I'm under your bed. No, you're not. Don't lie to me. Timmy says, good evening, Jacob in chat. Good evening to you, Timmy. Big up, Timmy. Donovan, Crystal Palace is London team's bogey team. You think Crystal Palace is really everyone? I mean, we beat them. We beat them 2-1, I think it was. We had 1 shot on target and 2 goals. So I think we're doing all right. I don't think they're our bogey team. I can't remember the last time. Was the last time they beat us the time that they've ruined Japhet Tanganga's career? That might be. Ange is our magic man from down under. Thank you, Australia. Thank you, Australia, every single time. Alan's here with some steak. Not sure why. You're not steak. Where's Alexander Hilton? How about a new show on the channel where you just roast Arsenal? That's a good idea.
Doji. Oh, yes. Oh, Destiny and Doji Day.
I didn't mean to click that.
It's embarrassing. It's a disgrace.
Something along those lines. Big up Hugo says, big up Jacob, my fraudulent Spurs friend. Hey, how you doing, Hugo? Good to see you in the house. Big up to, I almost timed somebody out. Big up Moon. Hey, Moondog. How you doing, Moondog? Good to see you back in the house, buddy. Says, good evening, Jacob. I hope you're doing well, mate. Happy New Year, Moondog. I don't think I've seen you since last year, but big up Moondog. This drink's for you. And thank you for the super chat, the first super chat of the show. I want to say thank you very much because honestly, for some reason YouTube hates me now, and they do that limited ad monetization with every show that I do. They don't want to advertise, or they want to limit my ad monetization. I don't know what they're doing over there. But Moondog, I appreciate you supporting the channel monetarily. You don't have to, of course. Always, I just suggest to hit a like and subscribe. Those are free things to do. I like free things, and I suggest everyone take advantage of free things. But big up Moondog. I appreciate that. Look, I'm going to get into some of the news that I want to talk about. There's over 115 of y'all across all 3 platforms. So make sure you are hitting a like or subscribe, follow if you're on some of those other platforms. But look, there are... Well, maybe I should have planned this better. You know what? I really should have planned this better. But as you know, I'm not the greatest. Oh, uh-oh. What is this? Question. Arteta's steak dinner at the end of Arsenal as a football club. Asking for some friends. Arteta's steak dinner, you say?
What?
Hey, there you are. Couldn't be my manager. But let's see here. But big up Moondog. Thank you so much, my friend. I am going to get going on the news here. Oh, Nunny. Hey, here's a new name. I just want to make sure I seen everybody. Said hello to everyone who I have seen come in here. Nunny says, big up Jacob. Plymouth fan here. Got a little connection between our clubs now. Nunny, you are now the second Plymouth fan that I've had the pleasure of meeting. And please take care of Alfie Devine. Please take care of Ashley Phillips. I know you will. And I find it interesting because now I do want to start a Plymouth Argyle career mode on FIFA and get to run with the boys. Y'all do have very nice looking kits this year. I love that green and gold. It looks absolutely fantastic. So you know what? I'm going to keep my eyes out on Plymouth. I hope y'all are able to stay up. There's a few little factoids that a little birdie told me. And by a little birdie, I mean Nate Pye, long friend, supporter of the show, also FIFA compadre. Says, in case you didn't know, I'm going to pull it up here so I'm not reading down below. Says, in case you didn't know, the Plymouth Argyle manager, Ian Foster, was appointed a week or two ago. He was the England Development U18, 19, and 20 manager. So he has worked with Divine. Excuse me, I'm drinking a carbonated beverage and it's making me So this guy, Ian Foster, who manages Plymouth Argyle, was also the England Youth Development U18, 19, 20. So he has worked with Devine all these years in the England squad. So the guy at Plymouth knows Alfie. And it's crazy because, you know what? I'm going to go to the Alfie Devine stuff because naturally we are talking about it. Let me switch my view here for y'all. Plymouth Argyle manager Ian Foster. This is for you, Nunny, and for you, Derek Smith. I know y'all out there. Big up. You know, Jacob, that Plymouth Argyle are your second team now. No choice. Fate has decided. Hey, I like the colors. I like the vibe. And you're here. Nunny's here. I know more than one. Oh, Taka says Plymouth kid ain't even top 10 in the championship. Oh, we got some beef. Bro, the Plymouth kid looks nice. I'm not going to lie. I do like the Plymouth kid. Big up, Lauren. How you doing, Lauren? Ease at these grades. Big up, Potato. How you doing? Hey, Fifth Elemento, smash that like button. Look, the quote here from Plymouth Argyle manager, if I can not get distracted with all you beautiful faces in the chat. Big up Fifth Elemento. Enjoy that movie with your wife. Plymouth Argyle manager Ian Foster says, Alfie is a player that I'm really familiar with. I know Alfie since his Wigan days when I was working with the FA. We had a lot of players coming in through the pathway at Wigan. When selecting Alfie for England teams, he played a year up, which shows you the level of confidence I have in him. In terms of his ability, his character, bringing him here was a no-brainer. In terms of knowing what I'm getting from the person and the player, I know how talented he is. I know how hard-working he is, and it gives me a little bit of a head start. Look, I'm going to fast forward. I'm not going to keep, but there's some things that I like that he mentioned about Alfie Devine. Now, those of you who do keep up with our academy players and our youth players, it's always interesting to see how other managers speak of them, because then it gives you kind of an insight to at least how they view them. Because when I see them on the sample size that I get to, whether it be Spurs play in the youth matches or it be if they happen to make an appearance on the first team, it's just hard to assess a guy on 10 minutes of Premier League ball when he's like 18 years old. So says here he's really versatile in attacking. He's a really versatile attacking midfield player, which tells us maybe he could be the replacement for James Maddison in the future. He says he can play in advanced midfield roles, and he can also play in that deeper role as well, which I think is what he played for Portsmouth, if I'm not mistaken. But look, not Portsmouth, Port Vale. There's so many ports out there. Got to get familiar with all these ports. There was another piece on Alfie Devine that I have. Obviously, my bookmarks are not like in really great order, so you're going to have to bear with me as I find it. Sergio Reguilon, as you know, as we discussed yesterday, he's gone. I didn't star it. So let me... Port Vale did an 8-minute long goodbye video for Alfie Devine. Now, I don't know what significance this really has, but this guy, hey, big up Phil P, big up David Calvino, Mike Dawes, big up Jaw Dank, I see you in the chat. Look, I find it interesting because this guy spent 6 months at Plymouth Argyle. Or excuse me, he's at Plymouth Argyle now. I'm getting distracted here. When he was at Port Vale, he had, I think, 3 goals and over 20-some appearances. But the thing about what I find funny is the fan reaction. So I did star the Port Vale tweet about him leaving because they had 6 months of Alfie Devine, and I remember whenever he was scoring some goals, all their fans were saying, "Oh, I wish we can buy him. I hope Spurs let us keep him." All these different things, and we always knew that he was going to come back to Spurs at some point in time. But it's really interesting to see. Look, this is obviously some of the Spurs fans' perspective here. What a blow! Easily our best player for the last 12. Oh wait, you can't see that. Let me switch my layout. What a blow. Easily our best player for the last 2 months. Fantastic talent. Will be no surprise to see him loaned out to a championship club. This Port Vale fan is heartbroken. Wow, this is a big blow. Thanks for the memories. I mean, 6 months. They gave him an 8-minute long goodbye video. To me, he's just too good for a League One side, I suppose. So he had to go do the championship. Look, and if he goes out there and he smashes it in the championship, then I think we might have someone that we could actually consider maybe in the summer, trying to see what he could do with the squad. Look, There's also more here. I started this from Johnny. He's another friend of the channel. Speaking of fan of the channel. Speaking of fan of the channel. Oh no, I don't have it uploaded on this one. Hang on. Speaking of fan of the channel, I'm going to intro him by introing. I'm going to start this off. Look, really good friend of the channel. I need you to go support his channel. He's working on something groundbreaking, evolutionary, revolutionary, some may say. I'm going to play a little trailer for his new show, and we'll welcome on. Hey,
hello, man.
We're joined by Paul from the Hotspur Hippie. How you doing?
How you going? Yeah, pretty good, man. Whoa, you watch yourself, son.
Uh-oh.
I was just parking in front. You're kidding. You're not going to stick your car there, are you?
Can you turn the camera around and let us see what's going on there? I want to see this crime being committed. Well,
Pretty close.
I see.
Never mind. I've got space
All
behind
right.
me.
There you are.
Anyway, hello. How are you? I'm doing my my obligation to appear on your channel. I need to get myself Jordan Henderson as an agent. He can get out of Saudi Arabia. I can't get out of fucking El Paso, though, can I?
Look, you're trying to drive your way out of El Paso, aren't you? But look, some people called it. They knew they could smell a hippie was on their way. The hippie himself has arrived. That is true. Look, I was just talking about Alfie Devine and Ashley Phillips going to Plymouth Argyle. Now, did you see the goodbye video that Port Vale did for Alfie Devine?
No, I didn't. No, was it moving and emotional?
I'll put it this way: it was over 8 minutes long.
Far out, really?
The guy was there for 6 months. They made an 8-minute long video for him.
Wow. Did he tear it up there? Did he?
I guess.
Did he do it? He did all right there.
He had like 3 goals and 20-something appearances, and I think an assist. I mean, I was going through some of the fan reaction, Paul, and all their fans are pretty upset. They wanted to keep him. They thought they could have one there for the future, but obviously we were never going to sell him, right? I just think maybe he's a little bit too good for League One. So let's see what he can do in the Championship. I don't know. What about you?
That's revenge for them knocking us out of the FA Cup in 1988. Piss off, Port Vale.
Hey, I didn't even know that. Hold that, Port Vale, you frauds. That's what you get. That's karma. 1988, huh?
Yeah, I was there. It was shit.
Paul never forgets, man. Paul never forgets.
It's 2-1, man. They think it's 2-1. Neil Ruddock scored for us. I remember that.
Hey, good. Then, you know what? Now I don't feel bad for them because I was kind of like, I feel bad. He was there for 6 months. They did an 8-minute long goodbye. It was like a sit down. They did a montage and they talked about his time and the fans and the club and and I had so much fun.
Fun in Port Vale? Okay.
I've never been. I don't know. I don't know what they do out there in Port Vale. There's an interesting factoid. So the manager for Plymouth Argyle, I'm sure you discussed this on your show earlier, but the manager for Plymouth Argyle used to manage England's U18s, 19s, and 20s. So he's very familiar with Ashley Phillips and with Alfie Devine. So it's quite interesting. We sent Phillips, his name is, fucking just literally read it, Ian Foster.
Okay.
So this guy, Ian Foster, he was appointed the manager of Plymouth a couple weeks ago. And so he came in and said, let me get this guy. No, give me Ashley Phillips. Huh? And now they're trying to cook. They're trying to cook some. So maybe he can help. They can help keep them afloat. Big up Ellie. I see Ellie in the house. Big up Drula. How are you doing?
I'm just gonna back my car up a bit just in case someone comes in behind me. Hang on.
No problem. I'll go ahead and when I see you come back, I'll bring you back in. Let me see what's up with the chat while we wait for Paul to come on back. Oh, there he is. He's back. I guess.
That was a push maneuver, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was very quick. Yeah. You know what? I like to think of this channel as your little good luck charm, because while you're waiting for people to buy a ride, you can just hang out with us, chat with us, and then people are going to buy a ride because they're going to
Yeah,
figure
it's
out
cool,
that.
man. And thanks for having me. This is it makes the day seem less soul destroying when I've got a friend to talk to.
It's not always nice. Everyone always needs a friend. Like Harry Kane and Eric Dyer. We just need
Oh,
friends
bless them.
sometimes. Yeah, very lovely to see them. Big up Punch Bag Workouts in the house. Future Music. How are you doing? Andres is here. Derek Smith, our Plymouth Argyle correspondent, says Foster led the U19 England team to win the 2020 Euros, beating Israel 3-1 in the final. Big up to Foster for that dub.
I started my stream this morning by calling it Derek Smith Day, because he must be as happy as Larry getting 2 Spurs player at Plymouth Argyle.
Yeah, big up Derek Smith. I know he's what they say here in the South is
You've
happier
done
than
it
a pig
again,
in shit.
Jacob. You've done it again. I've got a job.
done
I've got
it again.
to go. Thanks for your.
Yeah, bye. There he goes.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. There he is. And that's the beauty of the channel. We're doing something new here. Paul's gonna call in when he can, and you know what? He's gonna dip when he gets the money. So there it goes. And there goes Paul. I'll make sure to put the Hotspur Hippie in the description. He'll be back. Once he gets that ride, he'll be back. Don't you worry. Paul will be back. But while he's gone, let's keep running through the rest of the news here. Apparently some people are talking shit to me in one of my group chats, so that's very nice. That's very nice. Jacob, you bring some good mojo for Paul. That's what I'm saying. He said it's slow. I said call Lynn, and guess what? When the world knows you're busy, it's going to make you have decisions. And his decision was keep streaming or take the ride. And I told him 100% always take the ride. So there it is. I think his Bugatti is purple, I think. I think it's purple. It might be. We'll find out. He'll be back, though. Don't you worry. And we're going to run through. So Johnny here says, Johnny, all work and no play makes Johnny a very dull boy. Is that what it is? Something like that. My wife's reading The Shining, so. But Johnny here says, what a great decision it was by Spurs to send Alfie Devine and Ashley Phillips to Plymouth on loan. Ian Foster, their new manager, was the England U20 coach, and he wasted no time getting to know the boys. He knows these two and believes them to be a perfect fit for all of them. So I think this is great all around for us, for our youngsters, get some legitimate playing time and some good experiences there. So let me go ahead and unbookmark this. There you go. I think we looked enough at the player response. This is kind of fun. I don't know if you saw this. This is random. You know, I like to bring up little random things. So this is, I love this. Guglielmo Vicario on Instagram. You gotta love social media. Look how young he is in that photo. I think he's about 16 when he did this. But it's quite a funny little post here from Vicario. It says hashtag tomorrow, hashtag Noi, hashtag VDB, and hashtag pussy. So shout out Vicario. That's my goalkeeper, whether it's now or what appears to be. Do we know how long ago this was? No, I can't see how long ago it was. But that's a classic, I think. I'm going to keep that bookmarked. Oh, yeah. So apparently Yves Bissouma contracted malaria. Yeah. Per Google Translate, Yves Bissouma played under malaria. Moussa Diarra also contracted the same disease. Bro, I don't know what and how serious that is. I'm gonna be honest, but if I remember right, that's a pretty isn't it pretty scary? It's like life or death, I think. I don't know. But look, hope he gets better. The guy, man, I know he had long COVID in his first year with us, and just these sicknesses, man, it just seems very unlucky. But yeah, Bissouma contracted malaria. Didn't have that as well on my my January bingo card, to be completely honest. But there we are. Yeah, I don't know what that is. But there he is. Yeah, Guglielmo Vicario. Kind of like that little old Instagram post right there. YouTube says very common in Africa. That might be true. Might be true. Big up Shamu. Big up Colin with Talking Ball. Colin says if you've already had malaria, it's similar to the flu, but we don't know. Yeah. How long is one out with malaria? Never seen it on an injury report. That's the thing, Giuseppe. He played 53 or 58 minutes, something like that, after it was confirmed that he had malaria. Malaria is man flu with the run, says Hypnoise. Oh, so you have flu in the... Oh, to be able to play 50-some minutes with malaria, that's crazy. Anywho, we were talking about this guy yesterday. Y'all know him, and some of you don't love him. But Gift Orban, remember I said he's going for around 15 million euros, allegedly on the way to Olympic Lyon for 13 mil. The player is going to sign a deal till 2028. So look, the thing about Gift Orban, we discussed yesterday. I still think that there's a player there, a quality player. Now, this season, everyone's like, well, look at his dip in form. Shit, Orban. Yes, malaria is extremely common in Africa, but there are antivirals available, especially for the medical staffs and national. Okay, so he might just be all right. It kind of seems like it's chill. I don't know. I felt like that's a big thing, but what do I don't know much. I'm not a doctor. All right, don't take no medical advice from me. I got about 3 things that are hurting in my body, and it's just one of those. We'll figure it out when we get there. But look, Gift Orban, we were all clamoring for him, myself especially, because I had actually watched a lot of him the year prior, and I liked a lot of the things he does as a forward player. I think he could play in any 3 of the positions up front. Now, I think Olympic Lyon is either going to be getting a very good deal and a steal, and he's going to shine, and then just wait. People will then, but look, he is, I think, like 21, 22 now. So he's not getting younger. It is time for him to make a move. And hey, good night, Phil P. Woo! Good night, Phil P. Woo! Every single time. Nighty night, all sweet dreams. Big up. And big up Craig the Gecko Man, all the way down under. How are you doing, Craigie? Good to see you in the house, my friend. Look, 150 people across all 3 platforms. Do me a favor right now. Hit a like on the video. Or don't. Again, it is, you can just do whatever you want to do. You don't have to do nothing. But I would kindly suggest hitting a like, hitting a subscribe. Those are free. And I see 111 votes in the chat. 111 votes in the poll. 83 likes. So that's about 40 of y'all that didn't like the video, but participating in the poll. So you know what? Live the life you want to live. But I would just say, just hit the like button. It absolutely goes far. It's free, and it helps the channel grow. 69% says Pedro Porro and Gotti are the most informed fullbacks in the Premier League right now. 14% says Liverpool. 12% says City. And a measly 5% says Ben White and Zinchenko. And ain't that sweet? Ain't that kind of fun? But shout out to 150 people tapped into the show right now. I do appreciate all y'all right now. So I'm going to keep going on with the news because that's why you're here. But look, Gift Orban, some may say we dodged a bullet. I would say price tag wise, we didn't want to spend 30 million on him. And then he has a dip in form, and now he's going for 13 to the French league. So, hey, if he balls, he's going to be worth 50, 60, 70 next summer. Watch about a year if he balls. But if he doesn't, you know what? Then I'm going to have to hold that because I vouched for him. And I said, y'all, let's get this kid now. I think he's great right, left, center. You could use him in a lot of different ways. The profile of the player I like, the ability to score inside the box, final third. He's immaculate, I think. This season, I do not hold this season against him because, again, if you had kind of, thought you were already on your way up to the Premier League and then it falls through because of a price tag and the club wouldn't let you go, I think you might get a little bit kind of down on yourself, down on things. And I'm not surprised from a human standpoint that this guy did, in fact, have a drop in form after he had agreed to a deal with a Premier League club. And it just wasn't able to go through. So, look, I think I'm happy for him to get a move away from the Belgian league because if he can go prove in the French league, I think that speaks better on his career or his resume or his sales pitch, whatever you want to call it. It all looks better if you're able to perform the way you're performing at a tougher league. So, look, nothing but hope for this kid. Good luck, man. Have fun at Olympic Lyon. I personally don't think that we'll ever see him in a lily white shirt anymore. So that's that. That's the end of the Gift Orban era, I believe. What were y'all saying about Gift Orban here? I'm trying to not look at the chat because I'm getting distracted when I do. But what are y'all saying here about Gift Orban before we close the chapter on this? Because again, it was one of my highest viewed videos was when we agreed to terms with Gift Orban, and I was going on and on about how much I watched him, how much I loved him, and how much I thought he could bring something quality to this side. I just never actually amalgamated into anything. But let's see. Derek Smith says, stand on the dock and wave that gift ship goodbye, Jacob. Will bring him better. I think you're right. And again, there was another tweet I saw in regards to this that said, look, he's either, going to make it and someone's going to buy him for an absorbent amount of money in the next summer, or he's going to be a flop and it's going to be, we avoided a disaster. But either way, if our scouting and departments are leading us in different directions and we haven't been back on the market for this guy, then I think that we might agree with Derek Smith that he's gone. The fact that nobody else went in for him says something, says Mud FC. Might be. I told my Spurs chat earlier that I could see Gift using this move to get a club like PSG. Interesting. Yeah, because if he balls for Olympic Lyon, he's going, PSG will buy him up. Good potential, but we need to be aiming higher. We have enough of the potential signings. That's a good choice of words there. Hypenoise says, interesting in that we didn't go after him this January. That says a lot to me. Yeah, that does. And Hypenoise, again, we were heavily linked with him before Ainge even came in. And then while Ainge was here, we were linked with him. So, it's going to be what it's going to be. I'm going to have to just trust Ainge and Johan Lange and Scott Munn. These are three guys that weren't here 3 years ago making shit decisions. Yes, Daniel Levy was, but Johan Lange wasn't, Scott Munn wasn't, and neither was Ainge Postecoglou. And I have to believe in my heart of hearts that these guys are going to be the ones in charge of bringing people in. Hypenoise says a Levy link, maybe. Maybe Levy wanted him. That might be it. That might be it. You never know. But big up to everyone riding with me through this Gift Orban rant. Like, I again, not a lot of people are going to pay too much attention to it because it is just, Gift Orban, and we might have just dodged a bullet there. We talked about a lot of different prospects yesterday that we would like to see come in some capacity, but look, it wasn't meant to be. So we'll see what happens at Olympic Lyon for him. Also, Japhet Tanganga allegedly linked to a couple championship teams, Millwall being on the top of the list. I think this was a little bit old, so let me keep that moving. Actually, let me do this so you don't see all the nitty-gritty of what I'm trying to show y'all tonight. Because then you're going to see it and you're going to be like, okay, thank you for all that information, and I ain't going to watch the rest of the show. But I want you to hang out and watch the rest of the show. But here it is. This is the tweet I was looking for because all my shit ain't in order. Here we go. Japhet Tanganga set to sign with Millwall on loan till the end of the season. He has not played a single match for Augsburg, so you could say that is a failure on all accounts in regards to that loan move. But look, we'll find out what goes on with this guy. But look, he's 25 years old, I think he is. Let me look and make sure I'm not just chatting shit. I'm actually not Googling it. I'm on. He's 24. He'll be 25 in March. At what point do we just say, yeah, I think we got to just scrap our losses there, Ashton Mills saw discussion on Kane earlier on ESPN. Kane finally getting much deserved recognition. Yeah, it's funny. It's just the anti-Spurs agenda. That's all that is. I ain't surprised by it. I ain't surprised by it in the slightest. But yep, Japhet Tanganga looks to be hasta luego. Tanganga needs to show us something because it's now or never for him. I think it's already over. Honestly, I think it might be done. I love Japhet Tanganga as a guy. I feel bad for him, but at the same time, like, we can't just hang on to players because I like them and I think they're a nice guy and I want them to do well. They either have to do well or we have to keep it pushing. You know what I mean? That's just the reality at the end of the day. I'm gonna save that Udogi stuff for last. Here's a little clip of Vicario and Sonny there. That's kind of nice, isn't it? Jumping and hugging and loving on each other. That's kind of nice. I thought I already did this Port Vale thing. That's another subject I want to go over in a little while. Per Fabrizio, let me make sure he ain't said nothing lately. Jordan Henderson, here we go. That's the latest thing he said. There was someone I thought he tweeted about that we were keeping an eye on as well. I heard yesterday that apparently we're keeping an eye on what's going on with Hannibal Mejbri, the real puffy-haired kid from Manchester United that I think they spent like 15 mil on for their academy. They spent a lot of money on him to bring him into the academy. But Fabrizio Romano here just saying, after Reguilon, Spurs are prepared to get one more outgoing done as Tanganga is set to join Millwall. He was recalled today. He rejoined us today, and he's gone. There he goes. So look, I do want to open the discussion here to the thing in the poll, but before I do that, I just found this also a little bit interesting, and then we'll talk about the fullback discussion. Timo Werner on what Cuti Romero said to the team in the huddle before the match against Manchester United. And I love this, just imagining Cuti Romero saying this in his Cuti Romero English. Says he just said that we should enjoy it and keep playing our football, doesn't matter what's coming. So kind of like that little insight into what Cuti Romero was saying there on the inside of the huddle. I when they were showing the shots before the match, if y'all saw me on the watch log, I was pretty excited, and I was, just a little bit wondering, what are they saying in there? What's going on in there? But look how large Mickey Van de Veen is compared to everybody. I kind of just realized that. Like, is he the only one standing up, or is he just that large? He's just larger than everybody. That may be the case. I don't know. But nonetheless, there you are. If you want to know what Cuti Romero said to the club, to the team rather, in that pre-match huddle, he just said, "Go out there and enjoy yourself. Go out there and have some fun, no matter what happens." I still got this. Look, I'm gonna see where the poll's at right now. I know most of y'all are Tottenham Hotspur fans, so hopefully we ain't too biased. But 67% says Pedro Porro and Destiny Ugodi are the ones. They are the ones. That's what they're saying. Oh, let me do this too before we talk about that. Apparently, Leeds United are keeping a little eye there on Ben Davies. Says here, Leeds have a speculative eye on Ben Davies if it changes to the squad at Tottenham Hotspur. If there's changes to the Tottenham Hotspur squad before deadline day to make him a potential loan target for them. However, it feels incredibly unlikely that Spurs would sanction such a move, according to Phil Hay. Phil Hay. Who is he? Oh, Leeds United writer for The Athletic. Oh, what a guy. Look, Ben Davies, they're saying if we do more business, then they may try and loan him for the remainder of their season. I would say, why don't we just give him Jaffa Tanganga? You want another defender? There you go. Have that one. Big up Faz Radfar, 3-1 Spurs, as always. How you doing? Anti-Spurs agenda has disappeared when footballers look at our club now. They can't wait to come here, mate. Hey, wait till we win that first trophy. Everyone's going to have to talk to us nicely. I know Ainge is going to win us our first trophy. He's going to break this drought. I can feel it in my loins. I can feel it in my bones. They can have Davies. Yeah, they can have him. But, I mean, maybe in the summer. How about that? We'll give him to you in the summer. I'm still just afraid, unless we get another center back in, which we've been linked to a couple. If we got another center back in. Also, I just want to make a second real quick. Obviously, I'm going to talk more about the fullbacks, but can we all just laugh for a second? Can we just... Because I'm about to pull it up here. I'm about to find it. Look at this guy. Chelsea, willing to let Armando Broja leave on permanent if suitable offer received. Multiple interest from Fulham, West Ham, Wolves. You fraudulent. So I went ahead and I tagged him. I said, you still laughing about Richie or nah? 30 mil? And you trying to get Armando Broja, but you were laughing about Richie. Now I'm going to find the context. I don't want to laugh at this guy publicly because you know what? Sometimes a little bit of karma is always enjoyable. Broja laughing. There we go. Let's see. Where's that video? Do I need to find it on Twitter? I didn't star it. Dang it. Let me see. Here it is. Here it is. Hang on. Here it is.
Boy, 4? Yeah, 4.
This is Armando Broja and Levi Colwill, and they're playing a little fun game after their spooning session in the training room. I guess it's something on TikTok where there's like different strikers, and then they rank them. So here's Zlatan Ibrahimovic comes up, and they're like, "Ooh, Zlatan." So I'm just gonna play this for you, and then we'll talk about it.
Ooh, that's a big boy. 4? Yeah, 4. How do I put him in 4 now?
How do you put,
There we go. Perfect. All right. I'm gonna go. No.
So this guy, Richarlison's name comes up, and they realize that his name has come up, and that now, in fact, they do have to rank him. Just look at his face when he realizes it. Hang on, I'm gonna even make myself smaller here. There you go. That's a little bit better view. Just look at this fucking guy's face.
I'm gonna go. No.
So again, that leads me to my question. Armando Broja, are you still laughing now? Are you still laughing now, Armando Broja? This guy's got more goals than you, more appearances than you, more game time. He's done his celebration more times than you've even probably seen the field this fucking year. I don't even know what your stats are like because I don't even look at it like that. But you know what? I'm about to right now. So let's look at this fraud. Let's see what he's doing with himself. You want to laugh at our guys? Let's see what we'll do with this fraud, huh? What has he done in the Premier League so far, this absolute knucklehead? He's only started 6 games. He has started less games than Richarlison has goals, you absolute fraud, Armando Broja. Hang on, we got the Hotspur hippie here. I'm making fun of Armando Broja.
Dude, you won't believe it. I've just seen 2 weirdos go past in a canoe with Ange. Just somewhere out there somewhere.
Oh, wow. Wow.
I'm going to go and track him down. I've got to go on double park, man. I just thought while I'm here, I'll do it. See you later, dude.
You mean these guys? Oh, he's already gone. There he goes. Oh, way to come in here, Paul, and cool me down while I was about to cook Armando Broja. But let's look at this fucking guy. Let's look at how his year's going. But let's just remember his fucking face when Richarlison comes up.
I'm gonna go. No.
See, giggling. Levi, you see Richarlison. You fucking clown. 13 matches played, 6 started. My guy, get on the pitch before you laugh at folks who actually get goals, you fucking clown. 1 goal. 1 goal for this guy in 13 matches. What a clown. Averages 30. Oh, wait, you're not even seeing this. Here you go. There you go. Look at this clown. 1 goal. Scoring frequency 463 minutes. What a clown. Broja's in the mud. Broja need to talk to me nicely. What a loser. Broja is Southampton level at best, championship player. He thinks he's better than anyone else. He's a fraud. He's an absolute fraud. Look at this clown's season, and he has the audacity to laugh at a guy who actually gets on the pitch, who actually scores goals when he gets on the pitch. 1 goal. 2 big chances missed. 1 goal. No assists. 1 goal, no assist, doesn't do shit for his team. But he has the fucking gall. What a clown. Let's look at this bastard one more time. So, you know, you get Zlatan.
Oh, that's a big boy. 4? Yeah, 4.
Yeah, 4. It's a little low on Zlatan, but...
How do you put,
There we go. Perfect.
So I just please, just look at his face one last time. And then everyone at home, I want you to just give a middle finger to the screen.
All right. I'm gonna go. No.
So you can hold that, Armando Broja. Your club is trying to sell you for less than half of what Richarlison went for. No, that was a gross overpayment on our end, but that's neither here nor there. Fuck him. Keep talking to my mans. Keep talking. while Richarlison does the pigeon dance at Old Trafford. Have you scored at Old Trafford, Broja, in your career? I don't think so. Hold that, you fraud. Hold that to the highest degree. I just tuned in, but will follow orders at pulling the finger at the screen. One more time. Let's all just give a fuck you to Broja.
I'll put him in 4 now.
How do you put?
There we
oh,
go.
yeah.
Perfect. All right. I'm gonna go. No.
Fuck you, bro. Get on the pitch before you laugh at my striker, all right? He may not be the best. He may not be good in a lot of aspects. Yes, I have been very frustrated when I watch Richarlison. But what I will tell you right now, for another Premier League striker to laugh at another one, you have to first look at yourself and find out what you're doing well, what you're doing good, and what is that guy doing that maybe is better than you. I'll put it this way. He has more goals than you have appearances in the Premier League this season. Hold that, you fraud. 1 goal to your name. My guy, that's light work for Richarlison. Get your fucking money up, not your funny up, Armando Broja. Loser. Jacob, guess who he scored against? Preston. Broja scored against fucking Preston, you absolute corn merchant. What a loser. Hold that. I hope you get sent to fucking League One and you can't even get a game there because you can't get one for Chelsea and they're having a striker problem. Loser, man. Anyway, again, I don't like to be this guy. I don't like to be this guy that goes at people. But sometimes I have to have a go at them. You score against fucking Preston, and you have the gall to talk to my man who had a goal at Old Trafford. Now I'm again, hey, nice little header from my man. Hold that, Broja. I hope a pigeon shits on your lunch next time you eat outdoors. Moving it along. I did want to take a second and laugh at the guy because, I mean, he's a total waste man. I'm telling you. Where's Callum Wilson? We all know where Callum is. He ain't even on the pitch. Where is Callum Wilson, that fraud? Let's look. What has Callum Wilson done since he was talking all that shit about Richarlison too? How's your Premier League going, Callum Wilson? Oh, okay. So he's at least started 7 games. So he's started as many times as Richarlison has scored. So congratulations for that. And he's got 7 goals. Okay, well, there you go. I guess that kind of ends that. He's got 7 goals. That's as many as Richarlison. And he's done it in less the games. So I guess Callum Wilson... Yeah. And he has an assist. I think he has... Is that as many as Richarlison has then? Is that what that is? Hang on. I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, Broja is the Seagulls. That's true. Fuck them. Ball being counter. Can you find the clip of Wilson slagging off Richie? I've never seen it. All right, let me find it for you. Actually, I think it's on their podcast or something. It's Callum Wilson, and it was Mikel Antonio laughing at Richarlison. Here it is. Here you go.
He scored 4 times this season. Yeah. 3 of the times he's been offside. He has taken his top off 4 times this season.
He's got 4 yellows. He's almost on a suspension.
So then Richarlison responded to them. How many goals do both of you have in the World Cup? So actually, this looks like it was more Mikel Antonio talking shit and Callum Wilson just laughing along because, you know, I guess he has a crush on him. Let me see. Let's see what Mikel Antonio's done this year. Shall we? Shall we? Shall we? 33 years old, same age as me. Oh, not as good of numbers here for Mr. Mikel Antonio. 11 matches out of 12 started. 2 goals, 2 assists. Bro's looking like Gabriel Martinelli type output. And he's laughing at my guy. But that was last year. What a loser. He can hold that. But look, the real nitty gritty of what I wanted to talk about. But we can move on from fuck Armando Broja, fuck Antonio. All of them can hold that. I have a few things here on our fullbacks here, which in my opinion are the best fullback duo in the motherfucking league. It's Mitch Fretton. I don't know who the fuck this guy is. Who is this guy? He follows me. Maybe I should know him. He's got 15,000 followers. Hey, and he follows me. Look at there. Big up Mitch if you're watching. Says, it's fair to say Pedro Porro and Udogie is the best fullback pairing in the Premier League. Only Trent, Alexander-Arnold, and Robertson have come close and not convinced on the latter anyway. If you look at the numbers, Pedro Porro, Destiny Udogie, 11 GA, Trent Alexander-Arnold, and Robertson, 6 GA. Now, this leads me to my thought here. Oh, yes, Lauren. Oh, yes, you know. Oh, yes. Okay, so let's add Simicas then. Let me look up Simicas as well. Let's add Simicas to it. Here, we'll add Simicas just for Lauren. Fruitless tweet, says Lauren. Let's see what Simicas. No goals. 3 assists. So he's got 3 assists to add to it. So let's add 3 assists to this number. 9. So that's closer. That's closer. That's definitely closer than that. Well, let's look at a different tweet. Since this is just a reporter guy, let's look at a different tweet in regards to... It's from Rio Ferdinand. So maybe this is an opinion we can get behind, and it's not just some dude on Twitter. Kostas has been... I like Kostas Tsimikas, honestly. I do like him. I think he's a good player. Plus, you know, my wife's Greek. I want to be a Greek citizen, so I'm all about the Greeks. Rio Ferdinand on Pedro Porro and Destiny Udogie says, quote, Udogie and Porro, the way the manager has improved these two. Porro, I was canning him last year. How have they paid that money for him? He was horrendous, says Rio Ferdinand. The new manager comes in, sets him up, and he is a new player. It's unreal. Almost like a bargain. They are probably the 2 informed fullbacks as a pair in the Premier League right now. Porro is dribbling out all sorts under pressure. So, now, Lauren, and this isn't directed at you, Lauren. I didn't just specific. You're just a Liverpool fan, so I can kind of direct this at you. Rio Ferdinand is now saying they're the most informed pair of fullbacks. Does that sway you yet? Add Davies GA for us. That's a good point. Jacob, what's your favorite Greek dish your wife cooks? Danny Kyriakou, how you doing, my friend? Let me know if you want to join the show. We'll be going for probably about another 40 minutes. About 30, 40 minutes. So if you wanna join Danny, I'll put my hair in a bun and we'll get this party started. My favorite Greek dish, she makes this really good like lemon yogurt chicken thing and with tzatziki. Oh, it's so good. Put it in a pita with some them Greek taters that she does taters in this Greek way. Oh my goodness. It's really good. But anyway, you're distracting me. Look, I'm here to tell you right now, Tottenham Hotspur have the best, 2 best fullbacks, at least right now, based on form. Some may say shameless. I would say that's my fullback. That's what I would say. Now, there's another photo that I do need to add, but I just don't know where it's at right now. And if I was better prepared, I would have it on the ready. But you know what? I think this picture's worth 1,000 words there. So there you go. Oops. Didn't mean to click that one. Big up, Danny. Much love. You're still mooning. So Spursy. You're still moaning. What do you mean I'm still moaning? I'm not moaning. Romero has 3 goals on his name. Arsenal front 3 should feel ashamed. That's a good point as well. But we ain't even here to talk about Kuti. Lauren says, I think they're both a solid pairing. Would have them in our team any day. I think if you had Pedro Porro, then you would definitely have to put Trent as your 6. But I think Trent is still, I would understand if everyone says why they think he is the best in the league right now. I would understand. My bias would suggest, though, that I think Destiny Udogie and Pedro Porro are the best. But that's just me. I did have a photo that I wanted to use, but you know, I can't find it now, so it's honestly just more of a distraction at this point. But look, I did want to open this discussion up because I find it quite interesting. There's also another piece here. Nope, that's not this way. Usually I do it this way when I scroll through my bookmarks here. Give me 1 second. Why do I have this bookmarked? Let me go ahead and unbookmark that. We all know Sergio Reguilon is joining Brentford. I did bookmark this tweet from Pedro Porro, though. He did a laughing emoji with the hearts. He did the hearts with the laughing emoji. I wonder if I can get some hearts going on the cam. There you go. Hey, look at that. Ooh. Can we get some laser beams? I think this is laser beams. No, wait, that's confetti. Laser beams are a different one. These ones are the laser beams. See, the production value on this channel is just going up and up and up. Look at that. Fucking laser beams, dude. Yeah. You don't get that everywhere now. It's not exclusive to this channel, but it is quite nice. Now, in the regards to the conversation, back to the fullbacks and not my fun little camera reactions. Pedro Porro responds to a tweet from the Spurs Express, which also leads me to believe that Pedro Porro does follow our fan accounts. Pedro Porro does have his ear to the ground in a social media sense. Says here that former Spurs manager Tim Sherwood has doubled down on his criticism of Pedro Porro. Quote, I was very critical early doors of Pedro Porro, and I still am. I think he's not a good defender. When he's asked to defend, he will let you down. Honestly, just quit already. I'm so bored with the Porro narratives. Bro, I'm just telling you the facts. That's all I'm doing, man. I'm telling you he's got all these GA. He's doing all this. And I'm showing you both contrasting sides of the argument. Cool. So if you don't like the Porro narrative, maybe it's because you feel under pressure, like your guy maybe has a little bit more pressure on his shoulders to be the best right back in the league. I know he's a Spurs fan. That's what it comes a bit stronger. I mean, look, bro, I'm not the only one. So if you think I'm alone in this, Rio Ferdinand said it, bro. Not me. I'm just reporting what Rio Ferdinand said. And if you don't like what Rio Ferdinand said about Pedro Porro, then, I mean, that's your opinion and you're allowed to it. But look, Pedro Porro is a beast. I agree. I'm off, Jacob. I'll keep you updated with your boys on loan. Big up, Nunny. Big up, Nunny. The second Plymouth Argyle fan I've ever met. Good night, Nunny. Hope you have a great night. Appreciate you being here. I know you liked and subscribed. And please keep me updated with my boys. Take care of my beautiful boys. All right? I will be starting a Plymouth Argyle career mode tonight. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to get you guys up to the championship. Oh, wait. The Premier League. Yes. Rio is a fraud. I'll take it. Hey, I think it was a fucker. But you know what? Rio Ferdinand, when he gives his opinion on defending, we're supposed to say, oh, Rio Ferdinand said Christian Romero's not a good defender. Therefore, Romero's not a good defender because Rio Ferdinand said so. And now I'm pulling up points where Rio Ferdinand is saying Pedro Porro and Destiny Udogie are the best pairing that there is in the most informed quote. The quote says inform. So let me make sure to say that part as well. Where is it? Where'd it go? There you go. This is always nice to look at. That's Rio Ferdinand who talked about him. Hey, what's up, Daniel Sang-Hoon Lee? How you doing? Big up. Welcome. Welcome. Good to see you in the house, Daniel Sang-Hoon Lee. I hope I'm saying that right, but good to see you here. Mud FC says, apparently we're looking at the Japanese defender. I do have a couple things here on the Japanese defender that we have been linked with from Gladbach, from Mushin Gladbach. That is the next subject I want to talk about, but let me see what the chat here is saying about these fullback pairing, because again, I know I'm biased. That's why I put the poll out there and I put everyone. I even put Arsenal's fullbacks in there. I'm trying to figure out who's got the best fullbacks. And the poll right now is telling me a resounding the percentage is getting higher as more votes roll in. Now, this might be better suited to ask on a Big Six channel, maybe one that's not Spurs centric, but I think a lot of Spurs fans would be honest in their assessment of if someone has been better in said positions. So, Porro is an icon. Is the Italian any good? Oh, he's so good. Anyways, we are all one. We are all one. Cool. You are right. We are just one big manifestation ball of emotions. Lauren, Jacob, I know I keep asking, but are you doing an FC24 stream soon? I love when y'all play. If I can get enough of the goons together, for sure. That's the thing is, I don't do the EAFC streams when it's just me playing because I think that'd be rather boring for everybody. I think people like tuning into those when it's like me, TJ, Flawless. Staffy's joined our Stay Moist FC team as well. So when we can get all the guys together, we do also do on Sarcasm City TV Gaming. They do stream gaming over there as well in the late night, so you could always find those too. But yeah, I will be trying to do one very soon, probably when the playoffs start here in the next week or so. Big up, Stay Humble says, evening ladies. Rio is a Muppet that was carried by Vidic. Oh, shots fired. Any Manchester United fans in the house, let me know. Lauren, Liverpool fan, also saying they are definitely the best informed pairing. Well, I guess that is a little bit tough for Liverpool right now because your ideal left back is injured and then your backup left back is injured. So now you have Joe Gomez as your left back, and I don't think he ever intended to play there. Jacob, do you think Pedro Porro can play as a right wing forward? He can beat his man, dribble, pass many players. He can pass. What do you say? I would say yes. I wouldn't be against it, but obviously as an inverted fullback, I think he's actually been thriving in a sense, at least this season. Why is my camera not focused now? Where's my thing? Here we go. This will get the camera to focus. Yes. There it goes. Boom. Look at that. TV magic. The tricks of production. You know, Pedro Porro, this question was talked about a lot because when Ainge came in, it's like, oh, we're going to 4 at the back. This guy's a right wing back who's really good at going forward and kind of suspect defensively. But I actually think this year, defensively, he's been a little bit better, but not the best. Obviously, if you look at those 2 goals versus Manchester United, I thought that those were a little bit on him as well, and Romero and a couple others on some of those. Well, we've already talked about that. But look, I think Pedro Porro could excel in that position, but I just don't think that there's anyone else that I would want as an inverted right back. Like, we know that Draguski could play as a right back, but do we know he can play as a inverted right back? I think what we're doing is adding these players who can play different positions, so maybe he can. And if he can and he can excel there, then maybe that is something that we should absolutely be looking into, Baloo. I'm absolutely open to the idea. I don't know that I'm completely sold that there's someone who can do that inverted right back role better than Porro on our squad. That's where it comes into play. I think that Ainge would obviously pick whoever's going to be best suited for that role, in my opinion. But hey, it remains to be seen. I'm definitely open to the idea. We need Dybala 16 mil, even on loan. He's kind of injury prone, ain't he? He'd probably give us about 3 good games, and that we need guys who can stay healthy, especially right now. Yeah, we could have signed Kim Min-jae. That was Jose Mourinho. Shout out Jose. I know he just got sacked. But, hey, I know a lot of Spurs fans didn't like him. I had a lot of fun with Jose Mourinho. So, but he definitely said, get Kim Min-jae, give me Kvaratskhelia. And no, we didn't do either one of those things, but here we are. Coco says Spurs have the best fullbacks, but not backup fullbacks if they're injured. Well, that's true. Absolutely. Use your man bun for focus. What does that mean? Gotta get out of here, visit before El Nino shows up. Get out of here. Visit. Get out of here. I don't understand what this means, cool, but if you're dipping, I hope you're okay. I just want a hug. Can anyone reciprocate this emoji? Cool. I'm about to give you a virtual hug. Look at that. Smooshy smoosh. There you go. Have you heard the rumors we might go back 3? I've heard, but those are all rumors from fans. Those are all fan-made 11s. Like, what do y'all think about this? I haven't seen anything from Ainge Postecoglou suggest that this is a thought process he has been going on. So that's at least what I've been seeing. Don Jacob, thank you for providing regular, high-quality, inclusive content, and especially for those of us this side of the Atlantic. Big up, Andres. Hey, man, that's what it's here for. I'm here to chat with y'all. It's not just me. It's we, right? Isn't that what they say? Oh, I meant get out Vidic before El Nino comes. Okay. Big up, cool. I hope you appreciated that virtual hug. But look, I don't... You know what, Coco? You're right. The camera wasn't focused. Maybe I do need to get the man bun going. Maybe I need to get the Dragooski bun. Maybe that's how we get this show really popping now. This is for you, Coco. Wait, Drew, weren't you, Coco, weren't you that alien that was here that was like, don't worry, y'all, Dragooskin's going to definitely sign with us? Because you were, right, Coco? I think that was you. You said, I'm an alien, and I know that he's going to sign with y'all. So this is for you, my guy. I'll put the hair in a bun for you. How about that? Bang. Well, now it looks like I have like alfalfa. Hey, big up Casually FC tuning in while I get this man bun right. Hey. Talk to me nicely. I'm Jacob. I'm not bald. That's right, baby. Look at that. Hey. Ooh, I didn't even get touched up in years, baby. But look at me. Talk to me nicely now. Hey. But big up, Colin. I am not bald. You're absolutely right. This isn't the Nunez bun. It's the Dragooski bun. Actually, Dragooski bun is like up top, and then he has the sides all shaved. I don't have the sides all shaved, but hey, we move. Jacob looking like Dragoos. Hey, that's we manifested Dragoos in here on the channel together. We made that happen. Let's not forget that. Hey, big up Casually FC says, hit us with the raid. Oh, hello, everyone who's coming on over from Casually FC, all the Chelsea fans. We were having a adamant discussion about the most informed fullbacks in the league right now. As you can see, there's a poll in the chat. So if you are new and you've come on over from Casually FC, do partake in that poll, because right now, a resounding 71% of 157 votes say the most informed pair of fullbacks is Pedro Porro and Destiny Ugoti. Talk to me nicely. Wow, that gray hair moving mad. What are you talking about? Where is it? You can see me. Wait, I don't see any. Hang on. You say my gray hair moving mad? You distracted me now. Let me look. I'm pulling up the selfie cam. Bro, you can't even see my gray hairs. What are you talking about? I got some, but you can't even see them. What are we talking about? But big up Casually. Appreciate the raid, my friend. Big up every single time. Hey, Sod, how you doing? Bro, don't make me... You know what? This is for... You know what? You're going to make me... You're going to make me do it, aren't you? You're absolutely going to make me do it, aren't you? Oh. Why can't I upload it? Oh, no. It won't let me upload it. I have a video of Sod that I wanted to play. Dang it. Oh, you getting lucky. You were so lucky. Did I send it to Hassam? Maybe I can download it. Did I send it to Hassam? Come on, please. Did I send it to Hassam? No, I didn't. I put it in the group chat. Oh, you got lucky today, Sod. I'm gonna... Oh, you say hold that? Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no, Sod. That's it. I'm getting this video fucking uploaded, Sod, you fraud. I'm getting this uploaded for you because you want to talk all that. I got it here. We're going to make this work. We are going to make this work. All right. There goes that. Let me share this. Let me share this. Entire screen. Here we go. Bear with me. This isn't the most high quality production I've ever done here. Just bear with me. Hang on. Let me make it easier. Let me make it easier. This is Sod, by the way. Oh, y'all can't hear it. There's no audio. No, there's no audio. No. You can't hear that, can you? He's telling me in this clip that he believes his gaffer, that he's going to win the league. Oh my God, but y'all can't hear it. Hang on. I got to make this happen right now. Why can't I upload it to my damn thing? Oh, I know why. Because I wasn't on the right. Oh, Sod, you've awoken the beast. This is for you, my guy. Everyone go subscribe to the Football Corner and call this man a fraud. Because this is this man. This was about 2 weeks ago now. And I put obviously a little clip on it. But here you go. This is Sod in his finest. Full screen. Let me see it.
Bro,
say that again with your chest.
I believe my gaffer. He will win this league for me.
And what happens if he doesn't? What happens?
Did y'all hear that part? Full screen. Let me see it.
Bro,
say that again with your chest.
I believe my gaffer. He will win this league for me.
And what happens if he doesn't? What happens?
I believe my gaffer. He will win me this league, is what Sod said. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you thought. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, you thought we weren't playing around here. Guess what? We stay playing around here. Uh-huh. Yeah, you thought you were safe in these streets, but guess what, Sod? You're not. Tab shares audio. Yeah, it wasn't a tab, though. I had it as like an MP4 file, but I was trying to upload it to the wrong side, but don't worry. Here's his excuse, says, since then, a lot has changed, but we're still in the race. He says since then, a lot...
It's embarrassing. It's a disgrace.
You gotta hold that. You ain't winning the league, bro. You're gonna have to hold that to the highest degree. Shout out to my goalkeeper, because I'm so glad that we got Vicario instead of David Raya. You can hold that. You can have David Raya.
You must have had a great view of that.
Wow, unbelievable from the back. Yeah.
Unbelievable from the back, baby. You're done when we win it. Hey, I ain't talking about the league. I'm talking about anything. When we win anything, Sod, I'm on your neck, my guy. He's a disgrace. That's right, Harmless Potato. He's a disgrace. But I hope they never fire this guy. Hey, yo, that was a little bit. Philip says, what a fraud Sod is, because Arteta won't win this league. One more time. Full screen. Let me see it.
Bro,
say that again with your chest.
I believe my gaffer. He will win this league for me.
And what happens if he doesn't? What happens?
There it is. There it is. Yeah, you heard it. That is my keeper, bro. Wow.
You must have had a great view of that.
Wow, unbelievable from the back. Yeah.
Unbelievable from the back is the only way to live, ladies and gentlemen. But look, I see 160 votes on the poll tonight. Let's see what are we looking like? Oh, my camera. Oh. Hello. We're trying this on. Come on, camera. This camera really fucking hates me, y'all. I need to upgrade. I need to upgrade on one of them fancy ones. Big up Sod, says like the video. He's going to bed. Good night, Sod. Sweet dreams. And let me just, before you go, I just want you to dream of a certain scenario. Good night, Sod. I hope you dream of your gaffer having a... Big up Callum Roche. How you doing? Oh, yes. You're going to have to start reading people their Miranda rights. Hey, anything you say can and will be used against you. But good evening, Sod, every single time. Big up CNF. How you doing? Look, Spurs dubs. That's all we got. Spurs drawing at Emirates contributed to Arsenal not winning the league this season. Wait till they come to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium and we get the 3 points. And then I look at them. And then I look at United and we can look back and say, wow, 4 points from both fixtures. Ain't that going to be something sweet? But we'll find out what that's going to look like when we do eventually have to play them. But here we are. Snap your fingers in front of camera. It'll normalize. His Sam does it. But I think Sam's off of like his laptop camera. Maybe it works. I usually try to do that, but usually whenever I be moving too much, it's like, damn, Jay, you too beautiful. Let me try and I'm just playing. You can blame Hassam, but you got to blame your manager, bro. Hassam didn't make your manager open wide, okay? Hassam did not make your manager go and say insert here. So that's on him. That is on him. But wow, from unbelievable from the back. Look, I was trying to talk about fullbacks until Saad got to show up, and then I got to remind him who we are because he's a great guy. Make sure you are subbed to the Football Corner, by the way. He is a fraud, but he does, if you're into like watch-alongs for AFCON and stuff, he's doing a bunch of watch-alongs for those. He is a good guy. He's just a fraud when it comes to speaking about Tottenham or speaking about Arsenal. He's a fraud, but we'll move. He's a good guy, though. The stroking of his hand with a mouthful of meat. God. What? I don't want to show it anymore. I was going to say one more time, but, you know, I think Chewy doesn't even want to go through that. Yeah, that is a pause. But, yes, Sam didn't make him do that. The way Arteta be eating that steak tells me it's not the first time. Frequent flyer he may be. I think that's not even a maybe. I think that's almost damn for sure. 2 of your points are because VAR is a fraud. Just know that. I knew somebody was going to come in here. Ooh, I need somebody to tell me that we are frauds. But you know what? We had no control over what the referees decided to do on the day, right? We had no control over that. And I ain't mad about it. I mean, it was an atrocity. Like, when I look at the still frames of it, that is a shambolic performance all around, which you would hope never happens again. But I'm just glad we were on. It wasn't against us, you know. I will always say shout out Joel Matip, Taka. You know that when I go on Hassam's channel, I'll be extremely shameless about those 3 points. But at the end of the day, what matters is the 3 points. And we did get all 3. But alas, we move. Let me see the last little bit of the business I want to talk to y'all about here. Obviously, we do have the most informed fullbacks, but that may be due to some injuries or neglect. Do all you want except waffle about Liverpool. Look, I got Taka. I'm a Spurs fan. What? I ain't got nothing to brag. I don't got nothing to brag like as far as trophies over Liverpool. So where can I find my fun? Where does Jacob find his joy in bantering Liverpool? It's got to be about Joel Matip. Because before that, I didn't really have anything to say. Except Japhet Tanganga had one good game against Joel, and I think we drew. I think a couple years ago. Maybe not. But look, I just don't have much like... When I'm digging through the metaphorical hat inside my brain and I'm like, let me see, what can I say to fucking Liverpool fans? And I'm pulling things out and I'm reading them. And I'm just like, you know what? Shout out Joel Matip in that right boot. I need to learn the VAR officials' names on that day so I can also shout them out as well. When you get in Hotspur Hippie back on the show, such a cool guy. He's made 2 appearances so far. But this is something new that we're trying with the Hotspur Hippie. He does have a new show coming out, and that's usually the intro I play for him. But look, he's always back. He's like a little bird. He flies, he lands, he flies away, and then he's back. Shout out Simon Hooper. There you go, Jacob. Yes, shout out Simon Hooper. Shout out. Hey, big up Jean Gray. I think Jean. I'm gonna go with Jean. Is that better? Jean says, much love, Jacob. Have enjoyed sitting in with you tonight. Keep up the great content. See you again, mate. You'll never walk alone. You know, I do. Y'all, Liverpool does a really good job around the holidays of doing those really emotional videos where they're doing the hospital visits. And like when I watch that stuff, I really can't hate on Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp. Like I can hate on Jurgen Klopp when he's on the touchline, when we play him, when he's post-match saying we need a replay. I'll poke fun at Jurgen Klopp then. But honestly, like as a guy, I think Jurgen Klopp seems like such a great guy. Aside from all the banter, I do think he seems like a really good guy. Everyone who's ever met him said he's exactly how he seems. And I see all the like really nice humanitarian shit that he does with like disabled kids and shit, and that really hits close to home. So love that aspect of it, but I hope he keeps losing against us. That's all I can hope for. Liverpool fans, Yeah, they're gonna be hard done by it, and I don't blame them. I would be too. I'm not enjoying this. Call Klopp if you want tickets to the parade. I ain't calling Klopp. I ain't calling him. I can't hate Ainge since he is the boot room admirer and LFC fan growing up, apparently. Yeah, he said that he supported LFC because everyone else was United fans growing up. So he wanted to go against the grain. So, hey, you know what? That's nice. I do like Mohamed Salah. I think he's a great player. But look, this is the last bit of business I wanted to talk about with y'all before we get on out of here. Still 150 of y'all across all 3 platforms. Big up every single time. Make sure you are hitting a like and subscribe if you're new. Vote in the poll, comment, etc. All those things are free, yada, yada, yada. But let's get to it. Per Sky Sports DE, whoever the fuck this is. I don't even know who this is. Hang on, let's see. Who are they? Are they German Sky Sports, maybe? I don't know. Says Tottenham and Liverpool have both shown an interest in signing Ko Itakura, with Postecoglou wanting him since his time at Celtic. So this guy for Borussia Mönchengladbach, the center back. There we go. There we go. Ain't that sweet? I love that video. This was the subject I did want to talk about, was people really sleeping on Papa Matisar, but we are running out of time here on the show. And then obviously, before we talk about Ko Itakura, Antonio Nusa, allegedly, it doesn't look like this is more like a looking into the summer type of deal. So apparently we like him and we've looked at him in the summer, but it's not going to happen this window. We've looked around a little bit to see if it could be, but now apparently we cannot. At least per Sky Sports Lyle on Last Word on Spurs. That's what this guy says. But here's a little bit more on Ko Itakura. It's got a release clause in the summer that is 10 to 15 million euros. That is a euro sign. Ainge, Postecoglou, and Spurs are still keen on the player per Pletty goal. You know this guy. You know him and hate him. The forehead that never stops. Florian Plettenberg. That's right. He's saying that we want him, that we like him. He's a German guy, and he's got his ears to the schnitzel and stuff. So he's definitely, I would say he called it. As much as I hate the bastard, he did call it. Let's see here. Taka says, "Hey yo, not Itakura. We've been following him for months now." So y'all were also doing that with Van de Veen as well. And then y'all said, we don't think he's ready yet. And then we scooped in and we snook him. And then now I've seen some Liverpool fans talk. Let me ask you, when you were linked with Van de Veen, did you want him? Did you never hear of him? And now that you know that you could have had him and instead we got him, do you think that you missed out? Any Liverpool fan, feel free to answer that. Because honestly, if we keep getting players that y'all don't want and they keep balling, then maybe Ko Itakura is a good answer there. Big fucking Ainge is a boss. You are right. Big up, Cool. Have a great night, Cool. I love the name. It's very cool. There we go. Some fireworks for you, my friend. I know you hate Spurs being Spurs. You hate Pedro Porro being the best right back in the league. But look, big up to you. Appreciate you being here, my friend. I always appreciate people who give me contrasting opinions and such. Compact says, curious for everyone's opinion, if I always make sure to stay up and watch every Spurs game, does that make me a full-on fan supporter? If you always wake up and you make sure you stay up, depending wherever you are, I would say if you're rooting for us to do well, then yes, because there's plenty of Arsenal fans that wake up every day or wake up every time we play, that stay up for our matches because they want to embarrass us. They want to talk shit on us. But what makes you a full-on fan or supporter is if you get up, you do all these things for Tottenham Hotspur, and then while it's all happening, you want us to win, you're hoping for us to win, you want nothing but good things. Hey, you sound like a fan to me. And you know what? I wake up at 5 a.m. to watch fucking Nuno ball, Stellini ball, Ryan Mason ball. Waking up at 5 a.m. for that. People like Paul waking up at 3 a.m. for kickoffs. Like, there's a lot of people who do that around the world, and I would consider them full-on fans and supporters as well. Tucker says, I love Bundesliga. I watched it and liked him, but I didn't rate him high enough to take him at Liverpool. But fair enough for him. He's performing good. Now, Tucker, this is the one exception to everything where I like to be like, I told everybody, because there was video evidence of me in January. All right, let me snap at the camera. Can you focus, camera? I don't think the snapping works. I got to use this face. And then it's like, oh, there's a face. And then I'm like, just kidding, it's my face. Now you're focused on my face, camera. You fucking camera. But look, I watched Mickey Van de Veen play for Wolfsburg the season before we got him. And I was in the January when we still had Antonio Conte and we were starving for a left-sided center back. I remember in that, it was a year ago in January, I was like, y'all, we need to, it's a year ago now, we need to go get this guy. He's young, he's tall, he's fast, he's good in the air. And I know the stats don't say it, but I did think it. And honestly, he is way better than I ever could have thought. He's performing at a higher rate. I thought maybe in a couple years he could be as good as he is now. So that just leaves me to believe, like, what could he be like in a couple more years of playing Premier League ball? He had 3 training sessions and started week 1 and did not look out of sight. Did not look out of sorts, I mean. Big up, David Shear. Says, morning, Jacob in chat. Big up. Big up to you. David Shear, every single time. Big supporter of the channel here. Good morning to you. Always good to see you here. Taka says, you support your local and wool and go to the ground, or you ain't a fan. Well, I am saving up to go. So if you want to super chat, that'll help save up the funds for me to get to my grounds. I've actually never even been to London before. So I don't think that makes me any less of a fan. It just makes me a guy that ain't screamed there. And I ain't taking a piss in there yet. But keyword there is yet. Big up Liam. Says big up Liam. Would rather Rio Hatate from Celtic. Man can pivot. Oh, a man can pivot. Compact says, awesome. Thanks, guys. Not easy with the kickoff times being in Australia, but all for it now. Big up Compact. Look, a channel that I would suggest, I'm going to put it in the description of this video. Do I have enough room in the title? No, I don't. I'm putting Hotspur Hippie in the description of this video because he was on the stream a couple of times, but also Compact, he's also in Australia. So if you need someone who's waking up at these absurd times, staying up at these absurd times with you, go check out Hotspur Hippie. I just put it in the description of this video. So I'm going to, hang on one second. I'm going to make sure that you have access to it because I'm going to put it in the chat also to make it very, very easy for you. Here is the link for Hotspur Hippie. Go subscribe to him, Compact. And he does watch-alongs now. He's enjoying that. So make sure you go. He'll be waking up at those absurd times with you. I'll be here, but I can't exactly confirm that I'm always doing watch-alongs. I love doing watch-alongs, but I'm not always. But I always will be live like after the game and stuff like that. So I figured you were by the way you worded that, Taka, because the way you worded that is not how you usually talk. So I figured it was somewhat of a joke. But I do like to clarify as well that like supporters come in all different shapes, sizes, and forms and all that. And you know what? If you love the game, that's all that really matters to me. Now, if you support someone who's goofy, that's okay. You're still a good person. You can just support someone a little silly. Thoughts on Udogie at center back if needed? No. I say no. He's not needed at center back. If any other position I would play Udogie, it'd be like a left midfielder or a left wing, honestly, because he can get up and down the pitch. He can get back and defend and help that left back from the left wing position. I would see Udogie as a left winger before I saw him as a center back, personally. Jota from Celtic played for Big Ange. We need to grab him from Saudi. He's free. He's on we can get him on a loan, I think is what it is. Big up David Shear. Hit the likes, y'all. Big up. Yes. Big up David. He's always gifting memberships. Not saying to gift memberships, David. Look, you just got here. We've just said hello. I'm not saying for you to do that, but I'm saying David Shear has gifted so many memberships, and I'm going to be doing a members show very, very soon. Again, tomorrow, I'm going to put in the community page a poll. What day of the week is best for a members hangout coming up? Because I want to make sure I get all the January members a chance to call in to the members show. We did one in December. It was a lot of fun. So let's get it going for January as well. But David Shear making sure that everyone gets a fucking chance to get in there and click that link. So big up David Shear. Also, Bob Down Under's been gifting memberships as well. Chang Chin Seong, he also gifts a lot of memberships. Look, we got a lot of beautiful people who support this club, this channel, and honestly, I'm indebted to y'all because y'all literally keep the lights on and keep the internet in this house. So big up, I appreciate that. Beyond says I'm local to Tottenham, but there's better supporters than me in other countries. But I think the banter cuts a little deeper being local. Yeah, but Beyond 72, what I would say is I agree with you. What I will also add is, like, I didn't grow up in North London, but I have so much hate for Arsenal. I have so much disdain for Arsenal that you might think I was born in North London. Like, I'll tell you, you know, before I started supporting Tottenham, I didn't even know what Arsenal was. So how about that? Coco says, I will show you about when you come to London. Jacob Stadium also has the best sausage rolls. Really, it does. Oh, I've heard a lot about Chick King. I want to go to Chick King and Nando's. Those are two places that I'm definitely going to eat at when I'm in London, because I do want to eat at Nando's and I do want to eat at Chick King, because Chick King's right there by the stadium as well. I did try to go. I was trying to make it out there for the West Ham and Newcastle game, because they were two home games within 4 days apart of each other. Thought it'd be really cool to try and get out there for a week, catch two home games. Financially, just wasn't able to work it this year, but maybe next year when the schedule comes out, I will find out. But you know what? It's going to be a hell of a time when I do get out there. I'll tell you what. 1v1 versus members on EAFC. Hell yeah. I would say you don't even have to be a member, bro. Join the Discord. It's in the description of this video. If you're on Discord, join the Discord. I'll 1v1 anybody, and we can do it live on stream. And speaking of live on stream, we've got Paul again from the Hotspur Hippie.
Hello, man. How you going?
Hey, what's going on?
I didn't know if you'd still be going, but I thought I'd give it a go. Cool, you're putting in a shift today, sir.
Yeah, and then, you know, it is Wednesday, so I do got a little bit of Dungeons and Dragons to play in a little bit, so I do got to sign this show off in just a little while.
What class are you then?
My favorite class, my favorite character I've ever built was a Dragonborn Barbarian, and I named him John Staymoist, and his shtick was I would always roll a nature, very randomly, just roll a nature check every now and then. And that signified that my character was taking a dump in the corner of the room. So that's quite fun. I like to have fun with it and be as different.
When I was a teenager, I had a 13th level magic user called Sarian Moonblood, and his shtick was, I saw in a magazine called White Dwarf that you could make a golem like a Frankenstein thing. So I just hacked dead bodies to bits, and I think it was a bit too disturbing for my friends, so they just killed me off somehow. So that was the end of Dungeons and Dragons for me, man.
Yeah, it's just a fun group of people that we do. We play online. It's just a fun group of people, so we just kind of keep doing it. Have you ever had Nando's or Chick King by the stadium? That's kind of what I was talking about before you popped
Nando's is such an overpriced bag of shit.
You know, someone else said that. Mike Dundee said Nando's is overpriced rubbish.
Yeah, Mick Dundee's on the money there. Yeah, it's crazy. No, you can go to, you know, like a nice corner Lebanese
Richie B
place.
says Nando's is shit too.
Yeah, there you go.
I've heard a lot about it though that I want to. What is like fried chicken?
It's just like fried squash chicken with, I don't know, some sort of Portuguese chili sauce on it. It's shit. Just, it's like McDonald's, but I don't know, fancy.
Richie, I do not have a Spurs shirt with my streamer name on it, which my streamer name is the same name that I have, Jacob. It's my regular name. Maybe a shirt with United Spurs of America would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Hey, big up Tony Bones in the house. Big up Tony Bones. Look, we were talking about a player. This was the last subject that I did have to talk about, was Ko Itakura's this defender from Mönchengladbach in the German league. We're linked with him. Yeah,
he's good in the air. Got a nice set of feet. Yeah, he's got potential. I don't fucking know. What are you asking me for?
bro, you actually had me for a second because I was like, wait, maybe he has seen him. I guess because he's Japanese. Maybe he's seen him for the Japan national team. I was like, wow, Paul's giving us a scouting report on a fucking guy. Wow. Wow, that was impressive.
I shouldn't have blown it. I should have. Next time, I'll
You should have just kept going, bro.
Load of shit. Load of shit.
You should have just kept going because you had me fooled for a little bit. But there it goes.
Well, if I had you
but look,
all these internet nutters out here, they don't know anything either.
Well, if you tell everyone that, they're going to stop tuning into the show, Paul. So keep that under wraps. That I don't know nothing.
It's your show, man.
Apparently, Ainge has been following this guy since he was at Celtic, and he's wanted him since he was managing at Celtic.
Okay, you know, I did see a headline about this. I thought I didn't really read the article properly. I thought he was at Celtic, but so what? Ainge wanted him at Celtic and couldn't get him. Is that the story?
Yeah,
right.
And apparently, he has a release clause of 10 to 15 million euros in the summer.
Well, is he a centre half or a fullback? What is he?
He's a centre back.
Another one. Bloody hell, we won't be able to move for them. We just had tumbleweeds before.
You know what? We did. And now I'm at a point where I'm like, fuck it, bro. Just keep getting them. Keep getting them.
Bring him in.
Because if he could play two different positions, then that's at least some versatility. Because let's say Mickey Van de Veen goes down or Udogie goes down, then Van de Veen goes out to left back. Then we need a left center back, and we got Romero Dragusin. But what if Romero's injured when Van de Veen's injured like we just had? Well, now we don't have to worry about playing fucking Emerson Royale and Ben Davies. We got Itakura, we got Draguski, we got Romero, to me, I say do it, bro. 10, 15 million. You could tell him he'll be a rotational piece and he'll get. We're going to have European football next year, Paul.
Exactly.
So we're going to need bodies.
That's right. We're going to be under assault next year. You know, charging on all fronts. So yeah, why not? 15 million bargain.
Yeah. Talking Beer says he can play across the back, and he's 6'2".
So he can play fullback as well, can he? All right.
Let's do our, before we say goodbye, let's do our amateur scouting that we like to do here. Itakura, I hear my son crying, so that's great. I love that. What are they doing out there? I have to text my wife. Are y'all okay? Because I don't like that. I do have to go in just a second, but let's do a little amateur scouting here of Ko Itakura. Japan national, 26 years old, 6'1" it says, but I'm taking my man Talking Beer, and you know what? I'm going to say he's a 6'2". Let's see how he's looking in the Bundesliga. His heat map suggests he's very central, almost like a 6, like a deep-lying 6 for us. 7 out of 7 he's played. He has 2 goals as a center back. Okay. Looks like he plays central.
And he plays for Japan national team at the moment, does he?
Yes. Yes, he does.
Oh,
and he has two headed goals. Both of his goals are headers. Nice. So that's kind of nice. He can score. Passing percentage, 89%, 91 in his own half, 84 in the opposition half. That's pretty decent. Almost 2 interceptions average per game. A couple nice things about him.
You could see the difference between, the way we played against Man United when it wasn't just that Romero and Van der Ven are better defenders, but they're just better at getting the ball up the pitch, passing it through. Romero was fantastic. So, more of that, please.
Yeah, and Bob Down Under, really great comment here, says, depending on the versatility of these center backs, that can then release Udogie and Porro up the field in the future. I think just having options really lends itself well to having options we can try different styles with our philosophy versus different opponents. Like if we're playing a side like United did where they're allowing us to have possession and they're trying to catch us on the counter. Well, now maybe instead of Pedro Porro at the right back, we'll go with a more solid defender and let Pedro Porro shift up and be more of an attacking creator. And I think having these options is way better than saying, let's just. I like versatility. Ainge likes versatility. I kind of like the direction we're headed in. If this guy, according to this, he plays central. I mean, let's see what he does for Japan. What he did for Japan versus Vietnam. Let's see. Let's see how that match went. Let's see if he started. Yes, he did. Doesn't look like he did. His stats don't look that great, but looks like he kind of played on the right side of a back too. So Romero's position is what he plays for Japan, it looks like. And then for Gladbach, let me just double check, but it looks like he plays central out of a back three. So let's make sure of that. Let's go and let's just see Gladbach versus Stuttgart. No, he didn't play. But it looks like they play a back four, so not a back three. Yeah, back four. They have a back four. Uh-oh. Well, here's one in which... well, you know, I don't know. I'll have to pay attention. I don't know much about the kid, but there it is. Yeah, I've given up. That's my amateur scouting report there.
Well done.
Yeah, very nice. Paul, now I have this trailer here for your new show, but before I play your trailer for your new show, you got anything you want to tell the people you got coming up over on the Hotspur Hippie?
Well, I do pop into this live stream from time to time, but yeah, I'll probably park up and do a video, probably upload it in an hour or two. Don't know what I'm going to talk about yet. What have you been talking about? I'll just plagiarise off you. Anything I don't know? Just a quick bullet point synopsis.
No, I mean, I just kind of whatever's going on.
Just all right. Okay.
Whatever's going on. You know, talk about our rumors. Look at them doing.
I stream at irregular times, so the only way to know, I don't schedule these things. It's just hit the subscribe button and the bell icon. There you go. Then you'll know.
There you go. I like it. I like it. Let me see here. Big up David Shear. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Japan plays tomorrow. May as well check it out. There you go. Japan plays tomorrow. Maybe we'll get a good look at him.
Entertaining, Japan. Very entertaining.
Yeah, I'll do it. Ainge still has a recent knowledge of all these Japanese players. It's a very good point there from Bob Down Under as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But look, y'all, the link for the Hotspur Hippie is in the description of this video. So if you're watching live, click it now and go subscribe or forever hold your peace. And if you're watching this on playback, click it now and subscribe or forever hold your peace. But look, y'all, this has been an absolutely, shall I say, eclectic episode. May I say that? Eclectic?
A few wanders around the labyrinth, was it? Bit of stream of consciousness. Nice one, man. That's the way to go.
That's very nice. Also want to say thank you to Moondog for the lone solo super chat of the day. Thank you so much for supporting the channel financially. So thank you so much for that. I also want to say a big shout out to all the YouTube chat members as well. Your monthly contributions to the channel is not go unnoticed, as well as the Patreon members. Big up to y'all. And look, this has been a great episode number 136 of the Immaculate Series here on United Spurs of America. We'll be back tomorrow at some point. I might not actually be back tomorrow because I'm on El Aqua tomorrow when my wife gets off work, and it might be too late. I don't know. But like Paul said, hit the notification bell and you're going to find out the next time we go live. But I want to say, first and foremost, if you voted in the poll, I looked to see if anyone was live that I could redirect to, and no one is. So unfortunately, that I ain't got anywhere to send you. But 178 votes on the poll. Paul, 71% of 178 votes all say that Pedro Porro and Ugoti are the best fullbacks in the league right now. Second place with 14%, a very measly 14%, say Liverpool. And then City, and a sad little 5% say Arsenal. So ain't that kind of fun? I'm going to end that poll there. Big up to everyone who did participate in that poll. I see 126 likes, so we did get over 100 likes. That's very nice. Actually, 136. So we are 14 likes away from 150. Let's see if we can hit that with the playback, folks. We usually do. So I've got my hopes high for those of you on playback who are watching this, listening an hour, 52 minutes into this program. Thank you so much, and I hope we have earned that like today. But if not, it's all good. Maybe tomorrow. We'll find out. But Paul, any last words?
No, I'm in a posh area, so when I get out of my car, I've got to be careful because they're all on cocaine and Botox here, and they're very suspicious of people that can make facial expressions. So I'll catch you next time, man.
Botox and cocaine, quite the double feature there in the posh area. But you know, the posh area, I guess maybe the hope is that they'll pay well, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, well, they don't do anything apart from bobble about, so...
Big up David Shear. Love the channels. Please hit the likes on the way out and over to Paul's to subscribe as well. Make sure you are subscribed to the Hotspur Hippie. I did send another Australian over your way who's getting into Spurs lately, and I said, you know, they said it makes it hard staying up, waking up early over here in Australia, and I said, don't worry, I got you covered. The Hotspur Hippie's doing watch-alongs. He'll be awake or he'll stay awake, whatever the two, but he'll be there, so make sure you are subscribed to the Hotspur Hippie. One of those two.
Oh, well done. Welcome aboard.
Yeah. Welcome aboard. But big up everybody in the chat. I got a few more things for y'all to do before I end the stream. And that is, as always, I need you to first and foremost stay blessed, stay fresh. I need you to up the lads and come on, you Spurs.
United Spurs of America, with your hosts, Michael and Jacob.
Full screen, let me see it.
Bro,
say that again with your chest.
I believe